This is CBC Winnipeg News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. We begin in Westman tonight, where there is renewed concern in the wake of a new provincial law. It allows police to detain intoxicated people for up to 72 hours. In Winnipeg, a new 20-room detox facility is now open for those intoxicated by alcohol or drugs. But as the CBC's Chelsea Kemp reports, despite the new legislation, a long-promised sobering centre in Westman still hasn't materialized.
Substance use is on the rise in Brandon. Police Chief Tyler Bates says police have put more than 500 intoxicated people into holding cells over the past 5 months, but they can only hold them for 24 hours.
You have an individual in your care that you're trying to safeguard and provide care for. When you're releasing them prior to them being in a sober state, you know that they're at further risk.
Under new provincial legislation, designated facilities can hold people for up to 72 hours, giving them time to get drugs and alcohol out of their system. Brandon's been trying to build a sobering center since 2021. The city's Shannon Saltarelli says they need more funding to get a purpose-built center that's an alternative to holding cells.
We are, essentially criminalizing IPDA, which is not the direction that we want to be as a community.
Mayor Jeff Fawcett says the land is secured, planning is underway. All that's needed now is an operator. When they find one, it can help push the facility past the finish line so construction can start.
Our teams are stretched to the maximum, so it would be a huge asset to have it in place.
Meanwhile, advocates say creating additional resources for addiction recovery is more important.
People are looking for this help to be able to access it and not have people fall through the cracks like is happening again and again and again.
In November, the province said it's considering protective care centers in Brandon and Thompson. Bates welcomes the idea. He says a sobering center could be part of breaking the pattern of repeatedly cycling people through police cells.
To get them to a better place where addictions are part of their past as opposed to part of their day-to-day reality.
In a prepared statement, the Ministry of Housing, Addictions and Homelessness told CBC News, right now it's focused on boosting similar care models in Winnipeg. At the same time, it will work with other municipalities when it comes to addictions and mental health. Chelsea Kemp, CBC News, Brandon.
To a developing story in northern Manitoba now, Pimicikamak Cree Nation is under a state of emergency tonight. Chief David Monia says it is due to a power outage that began late last night. Manitoba Hydro says some 300 meters of power line that crosses the Nelson River broke and needs to be repaired. That has left about 1,300 homes and businesses in the area with no heat, access to clean water, or communication with emergency services. Hydro says crews and equipment were sent to the area today and plan to start repairing that power line tomorrow, but power isn't expected to be restored to the community until sometime Wednesday evening. Monia says warming and support centers are being opened and those most vulnerable may be sent to Thompson. RCMP are treating a woman's death in southeastern Manitoba on Christmas Eve as suspicious. Police were called to a home in St. Malo last Wednesday. In the morning, they found a 55-year-old woman dead inside that home when they got there. RCMP Major Crime Services has taken over the investigation. They are asking anyone with information on the incident to come forward. Meantime, the RCMP are also investigating a fire in the Interlake that claimed a man's life. The CBC's Gavin Axelrod brings us more from the scene.
Just down this driveway here on a quiet road in the rural municipality of Armstrong near Narcisse, a house has been reduced to rubble. Mounties say they were called here around 10 a.m. on December 24th to do a well-being check on a person at the home. When they got there, they found the house completely burned down. A neighbor told police a 69-year-old man lived alone at the home. Mounties say they have since found human remains in the rubble that they believe belong to the man. On the property Monday, there were 2 vehicles that had been scorched by the blaze. Some of the windows on those vehicles also appeared to have been broken from the fire. There were also household items scattered around the property and what appeared to be a bicycle that had also been destroyed by the fire. Police say they don't believe the fire was suspicious and the investigation continues. Gavin Axelrod, CBC News, in the RM of Armstrong.
Family, friends, and community members are rallying around a Labroquerie family after a 41-year-old man was killed in a snowmobile crash on Boxing Day. The family of Casey Paul says he was clearing a trail with his snowmobile so his partner could pull their 10-month-old son on a sled around their yard. They say the machine's throttle got stuck and he lost control and crashed into an embankment. Pauls was taken to hospital by Stars Air ambulance but died. RCMP say he was not wearing a helmet at the time. An online fundraiser has raised more than $35,000 for the family so far. A train derailment in Fort Rouge shook homes and left nearly a dozen tanker cars off the tracks yesterday. It happened around 3 o'clock in the morning near the Jubilee Rapid Transit Station. CN Rail says 10 rail cars in total derailed, 8 of which flipped over onto their side. One resident who lives nearby in a condo building says he was shaken out of bed by the impact.
Just the fact that it shook, I thought this is something. I could tell that it was definitely coming from the rail yards. On occasion, when they have really long trains and they're shunting back and forth, like stopping and starting and reversing, you sometimes hear, but you don't typically feel that sort of banging of cars together, and this was different.
The cause of the derailment is under investigation, but CN Rail says the derailment did not involve dangerous goods and there were no fires or leaks. Via Rail, meantime, says 2 of its trains were impacted by the derailment. A Winnipeg chef is preparing to put her skills to the test on the national stage. Emily Butcher of NOLA has qualified for the Canadian Culinary Championship next month in Ottawa. And as the CBC's Josh Crabb reports, it is not her first kick at the can.
There's some added sizzle in Emily Butcher's kitchen these days. The executive chef and owner of NOLA is busy preparing for a national competition next month.
I'm going for the thrill. I'm kind of just going and seeing what happens, but of course it would be great to bring another medal home.
She earned a spot in the 2026 Canadian Culinary Championship by winning a regional qualifier in Winnipeg in October. She previously competed and got a bronze medal in the same competition in 2020.
I really enjoy the thrill of a new challenge and just having that space to work on something for so long and really focus on that. I think it just pushes your skills to the boundary.
Butcher is one of 10 chefs from cities across Canada taking part in the competition in Ottawa. It's on January 30th and 31st. Participants will be taking part in 3 different events with a panel of judges scoring their dishes. The one with the highest points at the end of it all will be crowned national champion.
We are very excited to have Emily at the competition because, of course, she is such a talented chef.
The 3 events are a mystery wine pairing where competitors have to buy ingredients to make a dish on budget within a tight time frame. There's a black box challenge where chefs have to use the ingredients they're given to come up with a creation. And finally, the grand finale, where they make a dish of their choosing using ingredients gathered ahead of time, all served up to people who buy tickets to take part.
So for the foodies, this is an unbelievable experience.
For Butcher, that will be a variation of smoked duck and squash dumplings on a massaman curry with black pepper glazed octopus, served with a fermented kohlrabi salad.
For me, especially, being half Chinese and being an immigrant on both sides, I really wanted to do a dish about contrasts, coming together and working in harmony.
A dish she hopes will grab the attention of judges and give guests a taste of her culinary talents. Josh Crabb, CBC News, Winnipeg.
All right, that leads us to a first check on your weather forecast now. And after the chilly start we had today, maybe you were reaching for a bit of comfort food throughout the day today. Looking at satellites and radar, we did enjoy a bit of sunshine in southern Manitoba today, although you can see on radar a few stray flurries through parts of the Interlake and into the Red River Valley throughout the afternoon hours today. And you can start to see the leading edge of some cloud cover. That will be our next system that pushes into the province as we get through the overnight hours into Tuesday. And we're looking at another round of systems pushing through as we get through the next couple of days here. So looking at daytime highs, these are more like afternoon high temperatures, around -19 in Winnipeg so far, -14 in Brandon, Dauphin at -16. We're actually looking at temperatures warming up as we get through the overnight hours tonight. So around -12, periods of light still, maybe a couple of centimeters overnight tonight in Winnipeg and into parts of the Interlake as we get through the night. A few stray flurries first thing in the morning, temperature around -10, but winds pick up as we get through the day tomorrow, 20 gusting to 40. So again, that could mean another round of blowing snow on highways. So keep that in mind if you have any travel plans. Looking at the afternoon temperature in Winnipeg around -8. I'll talk a little bit more about that snow a little bit later in the show. Still ahead, though, a pair of southwestern Manitoba churches will be ringing in the new year without a dedicated minister. More on the struggles of rural recruitment and the impact it could all have on local congregations next. Stay with us. Welcome back. A long-serving United Church minister is preparing to leave the pulpit in southwestern Manitoba. The departure adds pressure at a time when filling vacancies has become increasingly difficult. The CBC's Chelsea Kemp now on why two communities are hoping and praying they can find a replacement soon.
Trinity United Church celebrates the Advent season with songs of prayer. It's one of Reverend Doug Neufeld's last services.
Let us praise God together.
Sundays are busy for Neufeld. After visiting the Trinity community, he jumps in the car and heads to his second service in Forest. Now, both congregations need a new leader.
And so there's more and more churches without ministry because there's not enough ministers going around.
Miranda Edwards is helping with the search to find a new Trinity minister. It could take more than a year to replace Rev Doug because of high vacancy rates.
We are having some ministers coming in, but we're also relying heavily on our congregation, and we have some very gifted people within the congregation that are willing to take a service.
Knox United Church minister Craig Miller says regionally, about 55 to 63% of ministry positions are vacant. At the same time, the church projects a dip from 321,000 members in 2023 to around 111,000 members in 2035. He says that makes recruiting hard and the future uncertain.
There may not be a job for them. There may not be a church for them. There may not be a pension plan for them, right? You know, it's discouraging.
In Forest, they have a pulpit supply for now, but want a permanent minister.
We're trying to stay positive. So we have the building, we have the people who want to come to church, and hopefully we'll find someone who wants to come and be our minister.
For us to find one is going to be like finding a pearl in an oyster, yes.
Though some feel gloom and doom, Neufeld says people still want to serve.
We're literally, in our DNA, spiritual beings. But how we're expressing that or how we're trying to fill that is different than our previous generations.
Neufeld's final service was December 28th. In the new year, both churches will be searching, at a time when finding a minister would be a welcome blessing. Chelsea Kemp, CBC News, Brandon.
Manitoba's Spine Clinic has managed to cut the backlog of those waiting for spinal surgeries in half. But expanding capacity in the province still isn't happening quickly enough for some. Data provided to CBC News suggests the province has seen about 15% more spinal surgeries in 2024 and 2025 compared with 2023. Rob Doig has lived with debilitating neurospinal issues since an injury in 2016. Manitoba Health denied a request by his surgeon to send him to Minneapolis for care. The 48-year-old says he feels left in the lurch.
Really becomes frustrating because as the patient, you know, like, and as somebody that's living this who is affected in working, social life, mental and cognitive issues, it really piles on, and I really had to fight Manitoba Health.
Health Minister Zoma Asaguera says the province's focus is to deliver care locally. Well, a nasty storm is gripping parts of Ontario and Quebec. Freezing rain, blowing snow, and strong winds have prompted weather alerts for much of eastern Canada. As many as 25 centimeters of snow could fall in parts of Quebec. Thousands of people are without power in that province and in Ontario. Freezing rain is in the forecast for the Ottawa area as well, while wind gusts as strong as 90 kilometers an hour and blizzard conditions are expected in parts of southwestern Ontario. All right, that leads us to a full check on our Manitoba weather forecast here, and that system actually having a bit of an impact on our weather as we get through the next couple of days as well. Looking at that system on satellite and radar right now, and you can see hammering parts of Ontario and into Quebec with snow and more of a rain and freezing rain event into parts of the maritime provinces with some of those greens and those pink colors there. So that has brought in a fairly deep trough in the jet stream over eastern Canada, while a ridge has started to build in the west, and that's going to nudge in in some slightly warmer air into parts of Manitoba as we get through the overnight hours tonight, thanks in part to an area of low pressure that's also tracking in, and we're going to see on that ridge along the jet stream some systems coming through over the next couple of days here. So as we advance into the overnight hours, looking at that first low starting to push in, we get some warmer air in as we get through the overnight hours tomorrow. So actually starting closer to the freezing mark in parts of Westman as we get into the afternoon or into the morning hours tomorrow before we start to drop slightly. What this means is a quick push of snow through the Interlake into the Red River Valley. Then we'll get into some clearing late afternoon, another push through Westman as we head overnight into Wednesday morning, and then we start to get under some high pressure, but not before as we get into New Year's Eve here, maybe a few more flurries into parts of western Manitoba where that jet stream kind of sits as we get through the next couple of days here. Can't rule out a few flurries even into early New Year's for parts of western Manitoba, and even into the Red River Valley, I think a slight chance of some flurries. So overnight, like I said, a quick push of a couple of centimeters of snow, maybe into the higher elevations around the Riding Mountains. You do pick up a bit more, but then another couple centimeters comes through as we get into Wednesday, particularly into western parts of the province. Temperature-wise, this is an interesting story. So this is a snapshot tomorrow afternoon. We're looking at temperatures around -8 in Winnipeg, -9 in Steinbach. But earlier in the day, around the lunch hour, places like Melita could get up to 0 or 1 degree, even close to freezing in Brandon when we get onto the warmer side of that jet stream first thing, combined with that warm front as it pushes through first thing tomorrow, but still to Dooley Lake at -28. So not all of us getting into some of that warmer air as we get through the day tomorrow. As we get into the day on Wednesday, looking at another cool down as high pressure starts to push in. So -20 for your New Year's Eve, -25 into the evening hours, and New Year's Day right now looking at -17 degrees. I will have your full 7-day forecast coming up at the end of the show. A Ringette League marked its 15th annual All-Star and Skills event this past weekend in Winnipeg. It gave some of Manitoba's bright young stars a chance to compete for accolades while reflecting on how the sport has grown and where they hope it's going. The CBC's Gavin Axelrod has more.
These are some of Manitoba's top Ringette stars. More than 100 players took part in this year's Winnipeg Ringette League All-Star and Skills competitions at the Seven Oaks Arena. It's the 15th year the event has been held. Al Gowerlich is with the Winnipeg Ringette League.
We're going to have 154 players on the ice in one capacity or another competing for Ringette supremacy. It's really a dynamic moment midway through the season, and it's an event that's really looked forward to.
Ringette was created in 1963 as a way to help get more girls into sport and on the ice. Gowerlich says it's now one of the fastest growing sports in the country. In Manitoba, he says there are more than 3,000 players.
It is a sport for life. We have players that are playing that are into their 90s.
Morgan Wilsey showed off her speed in the fastest skater event.
I think there's a lot more people playing than when I started, and it's just keep growing and a lot of people are playing. When I played U10, there was only one team, but now there's 2 U10 teams, so they doubled in size.
Under 16 player Eva Pammer wants to see Ringette become an Olympic event, just like women's hockey.
That's a dream, yeah. But probably won't be for a little while, but it'd be great to see.
A dream worth waiting for that players here hope can come to fruition in the not-so-distant future. Gavin Axelrod, CBC News, Winnipeg.
All right, after the break, whether you were off for 2 days or 2 weeks, maybe you're hitting the outdoor ice, maybe inside at the Forks, what does the holiday break mean to you? We'll get the answers from some Winnipeggers next. All right, let's have a look at your dog walking forecast for your Tuesday. And you know what? Not as cold tomorrow morning as it was this morning, but here is Winston from Marjalisa. Winston loves the cold and also loves the snow and is described as our little snowplow. So good on you, Winston, for helping out. You can send your pics to talkback@cbc.ca. So maybe a few stray flurries first thing in the morning in Winnipeg. Then we start to see the wind picking up to northwest 20, gusting to 40 into the afternoon hours tomorrow, and minus 12 by the evening. And we'll start to get some clearing once we see that low pushing south of the border. So New Year's Eve, minus 20 during the day, closer to minus 23, minus 24 by the evening hours. So a cold New Year's night. New Year's Day, minus 17 degrees, maybe a few more flurries yet to come. Friday, minus 17 degrees and minus 14 with a mix of sun and clouds on the way for Saturday. Well, 'tis the season to chill, this weird time between Christmas and New Year's. And while some may prefer to hit the shopping malls for Boxing Day, the festive season has a quieter side for some. We asked some people at the Forks what's important to them this holiday season, and that is our Daily Lift.
My name is David, and the holidays are important for me and my wife because we both live away from our families, and we come back to visit, and yeah, it's always a good time of year seeing friends and family. I think we're so busy with our lives, and the holidays are a good time of year to reconnect and just become grounded again.
My name is Gloria. What's important to me is just pushing pause and really just remembering who you are and resetting and taking time to take care of yourself during those crazy times.
My name is Hiab, and what I liked about today is the skating. Hi, my name is Dalila, and the holidays are great, and I like skating with my family and family friends.
My name's Lydia, hi, and my holiday's been good. And I really like sleeping in because, like, most of the time you would always have to wake up early for school.
Yeah, it's always tough. You need to spend the time to come back and visit for sure.
That's my favorite part, just being with family and, just recharging and refreshing myself for the new year.
And I hope everyone has, like, a great holiday.
Great answers by everybody, especially those who like to spend a bit of time outside, dress for the weather, and it's not too bad out there, and we're actually looking at some warmer temperatures tomorrow. Thank you so much for being with us on this Monday. I will see you again tomorrow. Have a great night.